just some minutes ago. Joy put us through the news. And it is Sports Drive this morning, and I can tell you that a lot of beautiful things are happening in the world of sports. Leo Messi cannot stop scoring. He was still on the score sheet for Inter Miami last night. But then away from that, the fact that he is scoring, there is a ban that is currently, on like a sanction, that he just got because of, the way he reacted. He's been fined because of the way he reacted. He grabbed the neck of an opposition coach. So we're going to let you in on what actually happened, in that particular encounter. And there is Petra Kvitova, who was lost to Burrage on return from maternity leave. Yes, she's back playing tennis, but then, her first match ended in a loss, even though before now she already said she's not returning, to start winning laurels and all of that. She's returning because of the love she's got for the sports. And then in football, a lot of things happened yesterday. The Copa del Rey semi-finals. We're going to let you in on how the Barcelona Atletico game produced 8 goals, and of course we'll have news in Formula One. Just so much in my basket this morning. I hope I'll be able to share all of them with you. Kachi Okafor is my name. They call me the Queen of Sports. You can also call me Sporty Chicken. This is Sports Drive. Yes, so we started off this morning from tennis, where former world number 2, Petra Kvitova. She says she's not expecting, to win any title as she makes a return to tennis this week. Recall that Kvitova hasn't played a competitive match since losing in the second round of the 2023 China Open, and she took time away from the sport of tennis to give birth to her first child, a baby boy called Peter, who was born last July. And in a chat with UB Tennis, Kvitova just said that she wants to enjoy herself playing tennis again. And I will just quote her briefly this morning. She said, "I don't expect anything. Basically, I'm here. That's already a big deal for me. Sometimes I'm really surprised by myself. Like, why did I even come back? But I think I would have regretted if I didn't come back. I'm not putting any goals on myself. I'll never play as good as I was playing when I was winning trophies here. We'll see. I want to enjoy myself playing tennis, and I think it will take time." I try to explain to everybody that I came back because I love it. I love the sport. I miss tennis. Tennis in itself, since I was 4, I've loved it. So I think the love for the sport took me back to tennis. I missed the hard work, the sweat, and that is why I'm here. So Kvitova returned from maternity leave after 17 months absence, and then she took on Britain's Jodie Burrage, and she won the first set, but Burrage battled back to win that game in 3 sets at the ATX Open. So it ended at 3-6, 6-4, and then a 6-4 in favor of the player Jodie Burrage. But the good thing is Petra Kvitova is back playing tennis again. She's actually 35 now. And then yes, indeed, we have some updates coming through quickly from Formula One. Meanwhile, we are live on Facebook. Yes, please. We are live on Facebook. You can actually go check us out. We also live on YouTube, Nigeria Info Abuja, at Nigeria Info Abuja on Facebook and on YouTube. By the time you get to Facebook, Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja. That's our Facebook fan page. You can see us live. You can drop your contributions there, and we'll be glad. All right. So F1 testing has continued. Formula One pre-season testing is just a crucial time of the year for teams and fans alike, and what is actually happening there. So after spending the winter working hard, to develop upgraded cars for the new campaign, this is the very first opportunity for each of the 10 F1 teams to kind of run their new machinery for an extended period and, analyze how quick or how not quick, they are going to be for the new F1 season. So by the end of the traditional 3 days of preseason testing, teams, pundits, and even fans generally, they will have a pretty solid idea of who will be in contention at the front of the grid during at least the early portion of the season, and perhaps even longer. So that means that a lot of the years of storylines are laid out during the testing. Okay, so what exactly can fans expect during every Formula One testing? F1 testing takes place annually, a few weeks just before the start of a new season. So all 10 teams, they head to the same circuit, and then they spend 3 days running their new cars in different configurations, just to measure performance. And then teams that they tweak things such as the fuel load of their cars. They check the tire compounds and then wing settings to analyze how the car reacts in different circumstances. So they kind of simulate different race weekend situations, such as long race runs on high fuel and one tires, as well as qualifying laps on soft rubber and low fuel, in order to try to establish strengths and weaknesses. So each team would runs only one car, meaning a maximum of 10 can be on track at one time, and the two drivers each would employ split duties evenly, meaning that each undertakes 1.5 days of running. So this is it. So the F1 teams, they just have to look at a treasure trove of data. They'll look at their GPS systems that will help them measure the performance of their cars. And then for us that are pundits, we'll just be looking at all these things as well, and then we'll come up with predictions. Okay, after we've looked at how these cars are performing and all whatnot in testing, we can now predict that Ferrari might be in pole position to win this season in F1, or we can tell you that it is a Team Red Bull or Team Mercedes, as the case may be. Okay, so this is what is going on right now, and that's what our fans are to be expecting. Where is testing happening for this 2025? Today is 26th February, right? Yes. So these years of Formula One testing will be held at the Shakir International Circuit, that is in Bahrain, from today, being the 26th, all the way to the 28th. So it's a 3 days stuff that we'll be expecting. And then after that, the F1 season will get on the way. All right, the F1 season is getting underway with the Australian Grand Prix at the Albert Park in Melbourne on the weekend of 14th to 16th March. Of course, Melbourne is in Australia. I used to tell us the first events in tennis, first major event in tennis, first major event in Formula One, they always start off in Australia. All right, so we've moved from tennis and some updates in Formula One. Okay, in football, let's quickly let us know that there was just some action. Leo Messi being fined, an undisclosed amount by the Major League Soccer for violating the league's policy relating to raising hands, to the face, to the head, or even to the neck of an opponent. The MLS disciplinary committee took the decision to fine Inter Miami forward Messi, who is 37, following an incident at the end of the 2-2. That's a 2-2 draw with New York City FC. That game was played on the 22nd of February. So that was just over the weekend. And the 8th-time Ballon d'Or winner was seen approaching a member of the opposition coaching staff and then putting his hands on, the back of their neck. And teammate Luis Suarez has also been fined for violating the same MLS policy after he pinched. Will Luis Suarez ever change? When I saw this, I was like, Luis Suarez will never change. He pinched the back of the opposing player, Beck Risa's neck. He pinched him at the back of his neck, in an incident at halftime. Leo Messi held the neck of a coach from the back, in an incident after the game. So they've been fined, even though they didn't disclose to us the exact nature of the fines that they have received. Okay. So that's how we enter football stories of this very beautiful morning. Like I said, we are live on Facebook. Check Nigeria Info Abuja on Facebook. Yes, at Nigeria Info Abuja on Facebook, as well as on YouTube. It's same at Nigeria Info Abuja. All right. So in football, would love to hear from you right about now. The phone lines are open. Yesterday, people say Chelsea fans are celebrating after winning a relegation threatened Southampton, that they should not be celebrating, that the victory was expected. Cucurella was even on the score. I'm like, yeah. Okay, football fans, you'll never stop amazing me. Chelsea beat Southampton 4-0 yesterday, and it was good. It was good. I think in the first half they actually had 3 goals already before the second half started, and the rival fans been taunting them. Nkunku was on the score sheet. Nkunku was on the assist list. Nkunku Neto Levi Colwill, who meanwhile returned to action just in that game yesterday, and of course Marco Corella as well. They were on the score sheets, 4 goals against Southampton, and rivals fans say Chelsea that they are shameless. They should not be celebrating. I don't know what you feel about that, because sometimes I am worried. Playing all these relegation threatened teams by this time of season, I used to feel like they can cause an upset for any team. They can really upset any team. But let's hear from you. And then Wolves lost at home to Fulham. Good. Fulham won 2-1. Before that game, I remember on the Frenzy last night, we were talking about Alex Iwobi and how he said he will be very glad. In fact, that's the plan. Him and the rest of the squad at Fulham, they're looking to qualify for Continental next year. It must not be Champions League. It must not be Europe. It can even be just the conference, but they want to play on the continent. Crystal Palace, they beat Aston Villa by 4-1. Aston Villa and their inconsistency. I don't understand how, but then he ended up 4-1 in that game. And Brighton beat Bournemouth by 2-1. And then in the Copa del Rey, hello, we had all that drama. Barcelona, I think they were leading 4-2 at some point. In fact, both teams were just very, very poor, I feel, in terms of their defending last night, because when the game started, Atletico took the lead within 2 minutes. Within 6 minutes, they already got their 2 goals. Alaves and Julian Alvarez, and of course Antoine Griezmann got the goals before Pedri, Kubasi, and of course Martinez took over. And that's at 41 minutes, Barcelona, they made a full comeback and even took the lead. They were leading 3-2. That's not how the story ended though. In the second half, Lewandowski 74th minute goal, making it 4-2. For me, I thought at 4-2, I thought the match had ended, but wow, Llorente scored a 4-3 for Atletico, and then just when I was thinking, okay, Barcelona will be able to hold on, and Alexander Sørloth, the Norwegian, scored the equalizer, in the 90th minutes plus 3. Yes, 90 minutes plus 3. And everyone went haywire. And that's how the first leg of this Copa del Rey game finished 4-4. And there'll be a second leg. So Barcelona, they have all to fight for when they go to, the Wanda Metropolitano. I don't know how they will respond. Some people have said the game is already ended. Let's hear from you. Call us on 0700-951-0000. Barcelona fans were not happy last night. I'm sure they're not still happy this morning with, how that game, turned out. With how that game turned out, they were not happy. They are not still happy. I don't know why. Biggie is shaking his head. I don't know why Biggie. Oh, okay. Is that your problem? Okay, that's your problem. That's not my problem. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Beckham calling.
Hi, Beckham. You're welcome. Let's hear you. Go on.
I'm calling from Navy Town, Asokoro.
Oh, okay, Beckham. All right. Quick one. Let's hear you.
See, 21 years.
Sorry, Beckham, your line's not clear at all. It's not nice at all. Sorry, you have to call us back. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Sorry, we lost that as well. Let's try again. Good morning here. Is someone on the road? Good morning.
Hello, Sister Kachi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. Welcome.
Me, I can't hear you.
I can hear you clearly. Oh, wow. So is that from my end now? Said network back, can hear me. Is that from my end? I hope that is not from my end. Sorry about that. Today, we'll be expecting more matches as well. Yes, actions return in the NPF. I remember last weekend, we were very busy. We were busy on the state level of the FA Cup. Different finals went down. But then this midweek, actions return in the Nigeria Premier Football League. Let's quickly let you know as well that in Spain, the other semi-final will be happening between Real Sociedad and Real Madrid. The game is by 9:30 p.m. All right, yes, the game is by 9:30 p.m. And in the Premier League today, Brentford versus Everton. It's an 8:30 p.m. game as well. Manchester United and Ipswich Town playing the same time. Nottingham Forest and Arsenal, same 8:30. Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City, same time. And then by 9:15, Liverpool will be taking on Newcastle United. And like I said, MPFL will be returning 3 p.m. Enyimba taking on Shooting Stars. By 4, Heartland will host El Kanemi, same time. Kano Pillars versus Aqua United, same time. Hora United will be taking on Abia Warriors, same time. Lobby Stars will be hosting Niger Tornadoes, same 4 p.m. Nasarawa United versus Remo Stars. And then Plateau United versus Bayelsa United. And there will be Rangers International taking on Sunshine Stars. All right, so most of the games, as like we know, will be going down by 4 p.m. and then by 3 p.m. it's only one game in Yimba Shooting Stars. We don't even have time anymore. We don't have time anymore. Yes, someone said Kachi Facebook. Yeah, we've been live. Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja. By the time you get there, you see other fans, you get to see your presenters, and then you can also drop your contributions there on Chelsea fans that were celebrating. And then Real Madrid versus Real Sociedad. What's your prediction? You can drop it on the Facebook video right there on Nigeria Info Abuja on Facebook. So this is where they draw the curtains. You have to stick around, join us when it's 7 p.m. Later tonight for Football Frenzy. But what's up next is What's Happening Abuja after this commercial break. Kachi Okafo is my name. Spotty Chick on the MIC. Good morning, good morning. Boom! Chakalagalaka.
Enjoy the ogbonge creaminess wey dey for cowbell. Cowbell get vital rich wey dey make body kampe. E still get vitamin.
This is Nigeria Info.